All right, I don't have my microphone, so bear with me today, but we are on the snow skate. This is I don't even know. They used to call these like bi-deck snow skates because there's obviously two there's a blade and a skateboard deck. So these are definitely a little bit different than the flat decks that you see everybody skate, like the Ambitions and whatnot. This actually you're allowed to ride on a mountain resort because there is a metal ledge that allows you to turn, allows you to stop, and we have a leash. So as you can see, your boy's leashed up to this thing, kind of like how snowboards back in the day too. Obviously, if you fall, if you shoot out, it saves it. Also similar to those snow skates, it does have foam grip tape. So this is foam. A bunch of different brands do actually make this. Hovland is one of them. I used to like ride for them and work for them. But like Burton used to make them. They were called the Junkyards back in the day. Lip Tech makes them. I think there's a few other companies that used to make these things too. You just don't see them on the mountain as much these days. And also like homie and I, we both have some waterproof shoes on. So he has some Vans right here that are waterproof. Why don't you flex them for me? There you go. So yeah, they go like pretty high up. So we're not wearing snowboard boots. You still want board feel on these things. Snowboard boot also doesn't allow you to bend your ankle where you need to bend your ankle with this thing. I feel like here, give me, yeah, cruise. Because like when you snow skate, it pretty much is snowboarding, just not strapped in. The only thing skateboarding about this is that you can like ollie and kickflip and stuff pretty much. That's the only thing. Otherwise then you're seriously just snowboarding, but you can step off of it and walk. I can't. And just like that, you get on the trailer. It's really not that extreme. I feel like people really trip out on it, and you really just take a seat. That's all you really do. So, you know, snowboards are strapped in. We're still just kind of holding this right here. And if it does fall, obviously we have our cords on, so it's not going to fall to flat. And it is funny because you can only ride a snow skate technically like on a 4-seater because it has an auto delay, which means when we get to the top of it, it's going to slightly slow down before we get off. So it's kind of more of a resort thing, but obviously we can get off any lift. You just do a little bomb drop off. I'll show you guys then. It's kind of nice just being able to like chill on the lift without like being strapped in and just kind of being free is kind of nice. What are other questions that we get asked when we're snow skating?
Can you stick to the grip?
Can you stick to the grip?
Yeah.
So yes and no, because obviously you can flick it, but it is grippy. You're not riding grips, but people do like add track pads.
What parts of it are similar to skateboarding?
Yeah, so the only, I guess that's another good question. Yeah, the only thing that is literally similar to skateboarding is that you can ollie, kickflip, do those types of tricks. But when you ollie, there's like definitely a delayed ollie. It's not an instant pop like a skateboard. Like this is honestly, it's like almost spring loaded. Like once you lean back, you honestly have to wait before you can jump up. So if you have like a really mobbed nollie heel or heel flip or mob kickflip, you'll probably be able to do it on a snow skate really easy. Oh, that's another thing too. Okay, yeah, that's another good question. So this is actually like the skateboard one. They do make these with bigger skis. And so with the bigger skis, kind of more for like powder, if you're going faster, bigger turns. But if you're like kind of keeping it skatey, you're going to definitely want to skate the smaller board that we're both riding. And yeah, oh, this is the 5.0 model. I should have been more clear about that. And he also has a Hovland as well. Oh, we should talk about trucks. So trucks are a thing. So homie right here has some rocker trucks right here, as you can see. And they actually do have different heights like skateboards. You could have a lower truck or a higher truck. The higher truck is going to give you more pop, allow you to go through like deeper snow. But the low truck, you're going to get a little more stability. I feel like doing ollies and stuff is a little bit more chill on the lower truck. And yeah, so he has that. You can kind of see mine. Mine are a little bit different, but kind of similar. But yeah, he's got the nice guys right there. Show off over here. Big City Sanderson over here. Another question is, yeah, so we do have waterproof shoes on, both homie and I, but don't get me wrong, your feet definitely do get wet when you snow skate. So here in SoCal, where it's nice and sunny, we can kind of get away with skating just waterproof shoes. But dude, this guy used to wear his straight up just Chuck Taylors. I swear we used to just spray the water repellent.
I started on New Era, like old schools.
Old schools.
Old schools, that's so gnarly. So yeah, if you're in SoCal, yeah, your feet were frozen for sure. No doubt.
Stayed on your board. You never.
Yeah,
I never jumped off.
Yeah, that is the thing. Yeah, you just gotta make sure you're standing on your board so your feet don't get soaked and
I
wet.
really feel like the go-to is Vans because they cater most.
Yeah,
to, like,
my
outdoor.
favorite.
You can get these in Bola.
the mountain height.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah, because so Vans, it's called the MTE, I believe, or MTEX or something, is like the ones that have like the tread and the waterproofness. So that's definitely a good shoe to start with. And if you don't have any options and you are gonna try to ride in your snowboard boots, the best way to do it is just to, keep them mad loose. Like, don't even tighten them. Like, don't even tighten them so you can bend your ankles in them, so you can actually like kind of mimic skating in that way. And I guess that kind of brings me to my next thing about snow skating. I feel like when you snow skate, there's a lot more style. Just because you're not strapped into your board and your feet are able to move around the board kind of freely, you can kind of tweak your angles, tuck your knees in different ways. So I feel like you can get kind of more steez with a snow skate than you can with a snowboard. Okay, so we are now kind of like nearing the lift right now. You know, it's perfect. I'll film Brandon and myself going off the lift. I feel like I get this question so much, just how do we get off the lift? You'd be kind of surprised how much time you actually have to get off the lift. It's not very instant. I think people think you're on and off the lift so fast. Well, like, look how much time.
Run off.
Yeah, that's true. You could run off it if you really want. But like, it's so, like, look, chilling. You can go, Toots. Oh, I thought you were gonna get off too. It's very uneventful. So getting off the chairlift is very, very easy. And like, even if you are first and new to snow skating, you don't even have to do that. You could just walk off of it, honestly. But when you walk off, you have more of a chance of kind of slipping, honestly. So I think it's actually easier just to kind of bomb drop and, I was gonna say ride away or roll away, but yeah, ride away. The thing I wanna talk about is, yes, it is actually hard to ride. If you can't snowboard, I don't think you'll adapt to it very easily, because this thing is pretty much riding heel toe, turns like a snowboard. Like I said, the only thing skatey about this thing is literally that you can ollie and do shove-its like that. But yeah, usually when you start out like down a hill, I honestly always start sideways like this, kind of like put my foot in. I'm honestly starting like a snowboard, like wood on a hill. But the other good thing about this is that, yeah, you can kind of turn and push off like that. This thing probably took me a whole season to get comfortable riding.
Oh my god!
And I've been snowboarding for longer than I've been skating. So maybe over 20 years I've been snowboarding. And it took me probably a good solid season though to get used to the snow skate. I feel like stance is another thing to talk about on this thing, because usually when you snowboard, you kind of want to stand like this, you know, kind of like on both edges, which you definitely can with this thing. It's like you kind of like, you could ride it like a snowboard that way. But personally, I feel like for me, I kind of like to ride it a little bit more on the tail. I'm almost in like a skate position the whole time like this. I feel like it's a little bit easier to turn. I can lift up if I need to, even if there's like a little bit of chunk or something, you know, I can do that. Well, the sun's out right now in SoCal, and we're so lucky here in SoCal, because honestly, it's like probably high 40s, maybe 50 degrees right now. We're riding right now. But yeah, this thing literally handles just like a snowboard would. Doing heel toe like that. But the fun part is, yes, I can ollie them and stuff like that. The ollieing factor and the shove-it factor definitely makes it a lot of fun. But yeah, we're just cruising. Look. Kind of hit a little running name. Cruising. And it is crazy. I feel like I can actually get a pretty quick turn on this, a faster turn than my snowboard. And you can haul pretty big fun on this. Like, your boy's cooking right now. But yeah, the quick story I do want to tell is, like, I've been riding Big Bear Snow Summit for, I don't know, over 20 years, most of my life. And it's funny because we call it the hill. It's pretty small here. And it's crazy. Once I started snow skating, the hill honestly felt huge again. My snowboard ability even. I felt like I was only going to get so good. I could only 360 on and off something so many times. So the snow skate really opened it up for me. When I was younger, I had a Burton Junkyard, which was one of these things. But I was like way too little to ride it on the mountain. I could barely ollie it. Too heavy for me. But obviously now that I'm older and I get to try it again now, it's been a lot of fun. Like, I've been really enjoying it. Unfortunately, like, it's not picking up. It's not the most popular like sport or something you'd see on the mountain, but it is pretty rad that you do see it now more often than you would. And then when it comes to like grinds, slides, obviously it's very snowboard-esque, you know. I still like barely have any speed. I barely do. Oh. Shit. Okay. Honestly, these Gore-Tex J's they've been honestly holding up. I'm actually surprised how it's so wet and slushy today, yet my feet are still actually dry still. I don't know if it's really a snow skate tip, but if you want fun on the mountain, aim for the sun. Because once it starts getting shady, don't want to be over there. That's where bad times happening. Right now, let me show you. Fun and slushy. Getting icy and sketchy. Don't want to be over there. I did honestly almost forget to talk about the rails on my board. They're not plastic rails, they are foam rails. So these are actually by Crab Grab. They're like for snowboarding, just so you can grab better, even on a snow skate. So if you're doing early grab to any grab trick, it's just a lot easier to grab when you have this foam here. Because if you don't, the board does get pretty slippery from obviously all the snow and water. So having that to grab is pretty essential. I forgot to mention that, but these are just stick-on. Like they're just stomp pads essentially for like a snowboard, but you can put them on your snow skate. I just wanted to point that out just in case someone was wondering. Are the best thing about snow skating, I mean, besides the end of the day you don't have to take off your boots, but like it doesn't really matter the snow condition. Like if it's slushy and warm out, it's honestly even better for snow skating in my opinion. Obviously, like when it's hard and icy, it's just never good. Even when there's a lot of snow skating is like not the best in. You almost want to snowboard if it's super powdery. But the good thing about snow skate is that you really don't have to have the best snow to snow skate. So especially here in SoCal, we always don't have the best snow. It's a lot of warm days, kind of slushy. So snow skate works really well. But yeah, that's pretty much snow skating in a nutshell. I'm going to be adding a bunch of other snow skate clips in here, obviously, throughout this video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Brah! Comment, let me know if there are any other questions I did not answer. So let me know. I can always make another snow skate video. Right now, it's really beautiful. It's like end of the day right now. We can see the lake right now. It's so nice out here. I almost said Big Bear. I mean, I guess it is Big Bear, but we're Snow Summit right now. But it's looking really nice right now. Everyone's kind of enjoying it now. Snow's nice and slushy. Gonna ride down, enjoy the rest of this ride. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you learned something about snow skiing. It's so slushy.